to my channel. It is currently, I want to say 7 or 7:30-ish. I've been up since about 5 o'clock. Posted a video for you guys. I had my morning coffee and I have a lot going on. Mondays and Tuesdays are the busiest day of the week for me, and I really am hungry, but I don't feel like cooking, and I know I probably won't feel like that probably all this week. I mean, if you're anything like me, mornings are my most productive time of the day. My wife gets up at 4 a.m. Yes, she gets up at 4 a.m. every morning. I usually get up at 4:30 to make a portion of her lunch that can't be made ahead of time, and then after she leaves, I usually just sit in bed till about 5:30. Then I get up and have my coffee. Basically, why I'm rambling is to say that when she's out of the house and I've had my, my crack, my hair on, my daggone coffee, I'm gonna go and I'm ready to clean, do all my chores. Everything that needs to get done as far as chore wise in my house is 9 times out of 10 done before 11:30. Which is pretty good. I'm saying this to say this, or I'm saying that to say this. I'm sorry, y'all. It's still early for me. I don't necessarily want to always get up and cook. And I'm not the cereal oatmeal girl. Like, I want food. I don't know if y'all are like that. My wife, I can make her yogurt and cut up some fruit or 2 boiled eggs or some oatmeal and she's happy. I'm not. I want some eggs. I want some bacon, sausage. I want food. When I do get up, that's the food I eat. But that takes a minute. That also makes me clean the kitchen more than necessarily pots and pans and clean off my stove. I don't like things sitting around, especially in my kitchen. So what I thought I would do today is make a breakfast casserole. That's something that I can cook, eat throughout the week in the morning. Just pretty much slice into it, put it on a plate, and be done with breakfast. So that is the goal. So this is going to be a very casual cook with me. I'm starting in my bed with my busy sheets. I'm in my robe, nightgown, but I'm just saying, I'm keeping it all the way 1000 with y'all. I'm not getting up. I'm not about to do my hair and put on an outfit like I'm going somewhere. It's y'all. We've been besties for a minute now. Your girl keeps it real. I'm gonna turn y'all around and we're gonna go in the kitchen and we are now in my clean kitchen. I'm about to wash my hands. So I went ahead and washed my hands. Also, if you are a Miss Myers fan like I am, the honeysuckle is the best scent by far. Let's argue about it. Jumping into our recipe. What you're gonna need, and by the way, this is just where I keep my bread products until I find a bread box that I like. But anyway, what you're gonna need is some kind of pan. I have aluminum because y'all know I have no cooking utensils as of yet, or limited pots and pans, and I believe this is 11 by 9. It's a little deeper than it has to be, but this will do. You can use any kind of meat. When I first made this recipe, I actually used the Jimmy Dean sausage crumbles. You can also use fresh meat, like fresh sausage or fresh bacon. If you're going to do that, I would cook it ahead of time before putting it in the casserole. I am just gonna go ahead and use this fully cooked bacon. It was on sale. You will need hash brown country style. Now you can use the ones that are like little cubed hash brown. I've tried it. It doesn't come out as good because obviously this is thin sliced, so I would recommend you use this. You can use any kind of cheese. I'm just being super hefty and greedy and using this Crackle Barrel extra sharp yellow cheese. You're gonna need eggs. For my particular casserole, I use 6. In some recipes there's 8. It all depends on how much or how big your dish is going to be and how much you want it to last. 6 is well enough for me. You're going to need some salt. The only salt I use in my house for cooking is Himalaya pink salt. You're going to need pepper, and I have this pepper medley, and I also like to use a little bit of Larry's seasoning salt. This is one of the only recipes I will ever make in life where I'm only using salt and pepper. Y'all know I use like 6 or 7 different seasonings in every dish. But you will need cottage cheese, and I know y'all like, that's gross. Why would you put cottage cheese in it? I was the same way, and I tried it with and without cottage cheese, but it really incorporates a creaminess into the casserole, and I promise you, you can taste the difference. It doesn't taste like cottage cheese, y'all. It just provides like a creaminess. Just think of that as a binder and a creaminess factor. So yeah, you're gonna need some cottage cheese. I am not a measurer by any means. Sorry, that's the oven I'm preheating. I love y'all, so I'm gonna try to guesstimate or I'll put up in the description box a similar recipe, because my tribe, we don't measure, we look. And once we made the recipe more than once, we don't even need, it just will look right to us. But anyway. Put a little milk in with my eggs. I'm sorry, I forgot to bring that out at the beginning of the video. Basically, what you want to do now is nothing fancy. You're just going to mix everything together. I'm going to go ahead and open my hash browns. Now, normally I use half a bag, but it's kind of really up to you on whether how much you want. Like if you want more of the eggy casserole, you're not going to use as much. If you want more of a hash brown, you know, ratio, of course you're going to use more. If that makes sense to y'all, hopefully it does. At this point, I'm going to get to seasoning. I like to use good old Lawry's. Lawry's seasoning salt and potatoes is a whole yes. Like if you haven't tried it on homemade fries, even when we get fries from like the fast food places and stuff, I still hit it with some Larry's. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. So boom, I did put Himalayan, pink Himalayan salt in my egg batter. And yes, y'all did see me mix it up in a daggone plastic cup. Ain't no shame in my game. First of all, I don't have bowls right now. They're on the way from Amazon. Secondly, I ain't trying to wash nothing. This is what this is about. Like, I'm not trying to do all that right now. Did what I said. I did what I did. It's in a daggone cup. So I have my hash brown. I'm probably gonna add some more, but I like to layer my daggone seasonings. I'm gonna go ahead and put in my tomatoes. And I didn't show the tomatoes are onions in the beginning. Again, it was something last minute. These were gonna go bad, so I was like, let me go ahead and put these in here. This is really a recipe that you can make your own. There's no rhyme or reason. This is a great recipe if you are, if you have a lot of produce in your refrigerator and you wanna go ahead and get rid of it before it goes bad. Go ahead and put all this in here. And grating the cheese was harder than I thought. So I just basically crumbled it and cut it up into smaller pieces. You don't need a lot of your cheese because you're gonna put cottage cheese in here. But if you're a cheesehead like me, you know, it's a must. But you really don't need that much, to be honest. This is a measuring cup. I do have measuring utensils. I just don't use them. But this is 1/2 a cup. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill that up. And I eyeball everything. If this looks too dry for me, I have no problem dumping more in. I'm super lax when it comes to measuring, if you can't tell. So go ahead and get my pepper. And I like a bunch of pepper. Definitely do it to your liking. Remember, we have already seasoned the potatoes. I'm gonna give it a mix, see how it looks. Then if I think it's too dry, I'll go back in with some more, which I probably am, but I wanna mix this. I'll probably go back in with some more hash brown, which will lead me to get more cottage cheese. Okay guys, so there you have it. Everything is all mixed. It's all combined as far as everything but the eggs. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put the eggs in. I did add, like I said, a little bit of milk. Now what you want to do is let this settle. I think I'm probably gonna add 2 more eggs. I didn't want to, but I think I made a whole bunch. I wasn't planning on making this much, but yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead. What you want to do though, but if you're making the casserole, like I was trying to say, is you want to let this settle and seep down to see how much you need. And you want it to kind of be on top to where you can see it. I can still see it now, but it's because everything hasn't pretty much absorbed and sunk in. But from the corners, I can tell I probably need a little bit more liquid. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix 2 more eggs, or scramble 2 more eggs with some milk, and I'll be back. So I have cleaned off my countertops. It smells so good in here. I like to sanitize, especially now with everything going around, my countertops once a day. So today I did it with some disinfectant Pine Sol. And then throughout the day as needed, I will go ahead and spray it with the all-purpose spray, like when I cook again, because I am. But I sanitize once a day. Just wanted to let y'all know it is super clean. Okay guys, here it is out of the oven. My whole kitchen smells so good and I got a lot done. I end up cooking this for an hour, 45 minutes. I'm just gonna round it up to 2, partially because, well, not partially, mainly because it's so deep. When I made it the first time, it was in a shallow dish or pan. So yeah, 2 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and plate this and I will show y'all how it looks.